So I knew I was gonna need coffee for this video. Alrighty guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is BoogieSnacks. You can go ahead and call me Boogie, and today we are doing yet another manga collection video, this one for the year of 2021. And I figured, hey, it's a beautiful day here in Southern California, clear blue skies. What better day to show you guys my entire collection? Now, if I learned anything from my most previous manga collection for the year of 2020, link up above if you want to check out that video whenever you have the time, is you wanted a little bit more information on each and every one of the volumes that I have. So that's exactly what we will be doing today. A proper deep dive into my entire collection, down to every nook and cranny, every single volume, and my thoughts and opinions on those series. So buckle up, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and this one's definitely going to be a doozy of an episode, so go on and get comfortable. But before we go ahead and jump on into today's video, I want to ask you at home, do you collect manga? Have you just started collecting manga? Are you a veteran collector? Let me know, and then also sort of introduce yourself with your tastes in anime and manga. I think it'd be really interesting to see what we are all a fan of and how long we've been collecting for down below in the comment section. It's one of my favorite parts about making these types of videos, is I feel like I really get to know you guys down below in the comment section. So I'll see you down there at the end of the video, okay? But without further ado, enough chitter chatter. It's time to dive into the collection, and I will see you at the end. Talk soon. What? Oh. You guys, did you really think this was gonna be a Boogie manga collection video without something edited over the top, some crazy intro? You should know me better. Don't wait for tomorrow. Alright guys, welcome back. It's just me and you. Let's go ahead and kick things off with my new main setup. Don't worry, I'll show you guys all the alternates in this video. Let's start off with 15 volumes of Ajin Demi-Human. This series is so good and is such an addicting read. It's an action-packed, mysterious, psychological thriller that will keep you on your toes the entire time. The basic premise is that humans have discovered an interesting type of creature named Ajins, who are, for lack of a better term, immortal. The government has declared their existence to be compatible with humans. However, it is rumored that they instead offer bounties to capture Ajins to secretly perform inhumane experiments on these rare beings. Now, what happens when our main character discovers that he is indeed an Ajin? What does that mean for about him, his past, and a future with both Ajins and humans? Let's go ahead and continue on with 10 volumes of Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi. These 10 volumes make up the entire collection. The basic premise is almost very similar to Tokyo Ghoul, where our main character is attacked by a mysterious girl and proceeds to start drinking his blood. After the mysterious girl takes her fill, she offers a simple choice: become like her or perish. I have yet to start this series, so let me know your thoughts and what should I expect down below in the comment section. Now, continuing on to my first two light novels, Overlord. I was a huge fan of the anime and wanted to dive into the source material to get more of the story. And the story begins with our main character, who is playing an MMORPG that he has been top class in, and on the eve of the game's final moments before the servers get shut down, strangely at the stroke of midnight, the game does not actually log him out. Instead, he finds himself transported to another world, one that is seemingly identical to the game that he was so familiar with, and the NPCs that he knows so well have oddly gained sentience. Now trapped in his skeletal body and desperate to uncover the cause of his predicament and find other players in a similar situation, the main character sets out to take control of this odd new world with the help of his loyal subjects. Quickly moving on, let's talk about Blue Giant, one of my new favorite series. This follows the story of a high school student who is slowly falling in love with the world of jazz music while playing the saxophone, aiming to be a professional jazz saxophone player. This is such an incredible coming of age story. I highly recommend it for you guys. Even if you aren't a fan of traditional music, manga, or anime, I do think you might find this a very charming series. So let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you've even heard of this series or if you've checked it out, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. Moving on to the only gambling series that I currently own and reading currently, Kaiji Omnibus Volumes 1 and 2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have never heard of this series or are sort of taken aback by the art style and you're a little on the fence, let this video be a sign to please go and check out Kaiji. It's such an amazing thriller, psychological gambling series that I think you very much will enjoy. Our main character is a struggling young man and through a series of unfortunate events winds up in massive debt. But, however, a mysterious person appears to somehow miraculously give him an opportunity to clear all of that debt and suspiciously earn a bunch of money on a gambling cruise ship. So that's Kaiji. This is honestly a very, very good series, and I hope you guys do check it out. And we have finally arrived at my Naoki Urasawa corner, starting things off with Mujirushi. While I haven't read this one, I do know that it's about a single father, his daughter, a mysterious man, and a heist in France. Finally, we get to talk about Monster. I finally have this series complete. Listen, this story follows our main character, Dr. Kenzo Tenma, who is a renowned Japanese neurosurgeon working in post-war Germany. There are things going well until he decides to prioritize a child's life over political affiliations. Flash forward 9 years and Tenma has become entangled in a chain of gruesome murders that have taken place throughout Germany. This series is utterly fantastic and will definitely keep you interested in guessing the entire time, and is a classic for good reason. This is also, in my opinion, one of those rare instances where the anime did a darn good job of keeping to the manga, and is also just very well done. Please, if you have not checked out this series, take this video as a sign to add it to your collection, or at least watch the anime sometime soon. And we have arrived at the center shelf. Let's go ahead and kick things off with Fruits Basket, one of my favorite romance series. Here I have volumes 1 through 12. That makes up the entire collection for the Fruits Basket Collector's Edition. This is really such a darling little series that I recommend to all of you out there, especially those of you getting into the shoujo josei genre of manga. This story follows Toru, our main character, and through a series of events finds herself staying at the Soma family household. And while out forging friendships within the family, a dark mystery lingers in the background. And now begins our descent down the Makoto Yukimura rabbit hole with Planet Test, the wonderful old school space opera. This is a fantastic series. It's a 2 and done, so not much of a financial commitment, and I highly recommend it for your collection. Mix in some battles, Vikings, swords, an epic journey, booze, self-discovery, women, revenge, politics, and boats with some fantastic writing, and you got yourself Vinland Saga. This epic tale follows the adventures of Thorfinn and friends. Guys, this is one of my all-time favorite series, and please do yourself a favor and check out Vinland Saga. I have all 11 volumes, and if you don't want to pick these hardcovers up, although I highly recommend it, there is a wonderful first season on Amazon if you'd like to watch the anime. The tale is set in feudal Japan and follows the path of Manji, the infamous swordman who basically killed 100 dudes in the past. Welcome to Blade of the Immortal. Now fast forward, and now Manji has decided to atone for his previous killing by probably doing the one thing he's good at, which is just to kill some more. But instead he goes for 1,000 truly evil people to off. During his journey, he ends up partnering with a girl named Ren, thus sets our main character on a bloody, vengeful tale to seek redemption. I'll be honest, I have yet to finish Blade of the Immortal, but I'm anticipating that this series will make its way into my top 5 easily. I highly recommend you check out Blade of the Immortal. Wow, are we already at the bottom shelf? That is crazy! So let me go ahead and kick things off with Grand Blue Dreaming. Now, for those that know, you know. But for those that don't, let me explain a little bit about Grand Blue Dreaming, which is a series that is making its waves among the anime and manga community, pun intended. Grand Blue is a fun and wacky series revolving around diving, drinking, dating, college life, and exploring the underwater world filled with aquatic life, lessons, and motivation. This is by far such a joy to read and or watch, and I highly recommend you guys check out Grand Blue Dreaming. Coming up next is one of my personal favorites, which you may not have heard of, Hina Matsuri. The basic premise is an up-and-coming Yakuza boss is surprised when a mysterious being from outer space appears in his life. Thus begins the hilarious and emotional tale to solve the mystery of where Hina comes from and how to get her home. Next is my 2 volumes of Berserk. This is a very dark series, but I know it's one of the greats for a reason. I have yet to get past the first 2 volumes, but I fully intend to read Berserk in its entirety. What are your thoughts, and tell me what should I expect about the series down below in the comment section. Now for pretty much the exact opposite of Berserk, I would like to present to you guys the Quintessential Quintuplets, one of my new favorite romance series out right now. This story tells the tale of our main character meeting 5 identical sisters and the events leading up to one of them marrying the main character. Now let's talk about one of the series that I typically recommend to some of the older ones out in the audience. You guys know who you are. Let's talk about Sweetness and Lightning for just a second. This story follows a single father raising his young daughter while bonding over food. It's such a darling series, and I hope you check it out. Now moving over to a tale that hits close to home, especially if you work in the 9-to-5 setting, allow me to introduce you to Wotakoi. This story follows 2 main characters working and trying to navigate their way through the corporate environment while being an otaku, while also falling in love. The 4 volumes of Livingstone. This story follows a pair of specialists tasked with the mission to ensure that souls follow their natural path by collecting and disposing of shattered psycholiths. This is a story that I have yet to read but hear nothing but great things. It's a 4 and done, so it's not a whole lot of time nor financial investment. More to come on this series and my thoughts on it later. Now, we all have that one series, that one anime, that one manga that we can trace back that got us into the community. That series, for me, happens to be Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re. I am proud to say after all this time, I finally have all 14 volumes of the original Tokyo Ghoul, the 16 volumes of Tokyo Ghoul Re, and the 3 volumes of the Tokyo Ghoul light novels. This story follows my boy Kaneki, who is a college student literally just trying to go on a wholesome date, which results in getting surprised attacked by a ghoul. Through a series of events, he somehow manages to survive and is now faced with the duality of living as half human and half ghoul. While this series is extremely flawed, I do believe that the original Tokyo Ghoul is a depressing masterpiece, and I love the world Sue Ishida created. Now for the lone solo shelf, the one that never appears on camera, I have 2 series down here and some other stuff, one being Battle Angel Alita, the deluxe editions. This dystopian tale starts off with our main character, who is a mysterious cyborg with incredible fighting instincts, being found by a doctor in a junkyard and put back together. Now, while Alita's memory is wiped, she begins a new life only to unearth the fact that the doctor who took her in is indeed a bounty hunter and exposes her to the sinister side of the city. This story depicts the journey of Alita regaining her memories, discovering her true identity, and learning to learn oneself from the ground up. Pun intended. This is honestly one of those addicting reads that you just can't stop yourself from turning the page, so I definitely recommend Battle Angel Alita to add to your collection. Now, last but not least in my main setup is Knights of Sidonia. The setting takes place 1,000 years into the future, where Earth has been destroyed by powerful aliens known as the Guana. Enter a boy named Nagate Tainekaze, who happens to be the main character and a very talented pilot. He quickly proves to be an indispensable asset to humanity's defense force against the mysterious aliens. Now we have finally arrived towards showing you the end of my main setup. But alas, this is not where our tale ends here for the video. I say we change things up and show you the benefit of having a modular bookshelf, or a display case as I like to refer to it as. Ooh, I love doing this. This may be my favorite part of the video. I do this from time to time. This is so fun to do, and I like having the option to do this, but this is my main setup that you're seeing on screen now, and with a snap of my fingers, we are at the second alternate display. So this is One Piece, a series near and dear to my heart. I have 70 volumes, 3 box sets worth of this story, and you know what? The 4th one comes out in 2021, and you bet your bottom dollar I am going to collect that. One Piece is one of those series that you either hate it or you love it, and I definitely love this masterpiece and this grand odyssey that Luffy and the gang is embarking on. It's truly something special to me, and collecting single volumes will not only be functioning art in my house, but I will plan to read this throughout my life, and perhaps even one day, if I'm blessed, show the little ones. Now let's go ahead and pick up the pace for my alternate setup and just review these newer additions, starting things off with 20th Century Boys. Now this is a Naoki Urasawa classic which I have yet to start, so I will update you on my thoughts and opinions once I do. Now we've already gone over Sweetness and Lightning, so let's go ahead and jump over to Dr. Stone. I love this series. I really do. The second season is currently airing. I remember when the anime first dropped, it was all the talk at Anime Expo 2019. You should have been there. This is such a good series. I love science. It's a great shonen, highly interesting, very good plot, amazing character development. Please go ahead and check it out. Come back, Hunter x Hunter! Togashi! You need to finish this! Moving over to Delicious in the Dungeons, I only have 2 volumes, but this is a fantasy seinen cooking series I think you might like. Check it out. And to finish the top shelf, we have Uzumaki, My Only Work from Junji Ito. If you like horror, check it out. If you're looking for a great romance series filled with action, cuteness, political complications, and more, look no further than Yona of the Dawn. This journey of self-discovery follows Yona, once prim and proper princess, now political outcast, and her journey to gain back power and restore peace to the kingdom. Continuing this romantic genre, we have Snow White with the red hair, another protagonist with red hair. This is an adorable story. The main character is basically trying to become a medieval pharmacist, and it's adorable. Please check it out. Now, we've already covered the quintessential quintuplets, so we'll skip past this one to cover Perfect World. Perfect World is an interesting josei that covers some hard to talk about topics, like what it would be like to be romantic with someone who has lost the ability to walk. Next is a series called Blue Flag. I'll be honest, I don't know much about the series and I only have 2 volumes that I have yet to read. If you are a fan of the series, let me know what I should expect down below in the comment section. I also have Maid-sama because it's an adorable series. I highly recommend you check out this shoujo, and also because I'm that single. I also own 10 volumes of Danmachi, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon? Listen, a man likes what a man likes, and this is surprisingly good, so don't judge a book by its cover. I recommend looking into it. Moving forward to The Way of the House Husband. This series just got an anime announced, and it basically follows an ex-Yakuza member who is basically now a house husband, following through his day-to-day actions with the mentality of being an ex-gangster. It's absolutely hilarious. Next is the series Beastars. This world is divided into 2, carnivores and herbivores. The story takes place when a high school alpaca is murdered, and the fear towards the carnivores skyrockets to an all-time high. This is an interesting series that will make you think with a controversial anime due to the animation. Check it out. I highly recommend it. So we are nearing the end here, and I thought I would show you my storage shelf. This has series such as Master Keaton, Today's Menu for the Amiya Family, and all of the other series that I tend to store when I'm not displaying them on my display shelf. I have Gantz, someone just loaned me some Clamp stuff for the first time, Ancient Magus Bride up to 12 volumes, Inyo Asano, both Solanin and Downfall. A lot of good series back here that I will do a future video on. You know, there was a part of me that had always wanted a library card, so I looked into getting one. Here on the top level, you see some series that I'm getting ready to loan out to a friend. There's Demon Slayer, Spy Family, there's Silver Spoon. These are series that I'm either going to loan out, give away, or just need to be moved out soon. I also have a bunch of other use case scenarios for this cart, and I love having it around. Alright, it's clearly at night. Several hours have passed since filming. I was sifting through some of the footage, and it dawned on me that I don't think you guys have ever seen what I get to enjoy here every single night, which is the Manga Collection at night. So I've turned off all of the house lights, and I've got the 2 studio lights here going on. I got a softbox, and I got another studio light over there. And I'm gonna turn those off, and I'm gonna show you the collection behind me, just in a new light. Pun intended, no light. You guys know what I mean, but I hope you enjoy it, and it's a big part of the collection that I really like, and it just adds to the extra vibe of the house that I very much enjoy and that you guys haven't really gotten to experience yet. So I'll see you in just a sec. It was a good idea in theory, but the footage came out so dark. Alright, welcome here towards the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this 2021 manga collection video. I feel pretty good about it, I'm not gonna lie. You know what, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below on my collection, sort of the aesthetic that I go for, and the philosophy I go about for collecting manga. Let me know, I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Now, one last little bit of information before I let y'all go. I actually do streams on Twitch, and one of my more popular streams is reacting to your manga collections at home. So if you'd like to submit a picture of your collection for me to react to live on stream, go ahead and join the Discord and post a picture in the collections channel, and make sure that you tune in on the next stream. So follow me over at Twitch. Don't worry, people will let you know when it's happening in the Discord. Trust me. So just join the Discord, pop in every once in a while, check in, and it's a great way to get more involved in the community. That being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you'd like to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and mash that like button down below. It lets me know that you're watching at home and I can continue to make more content just like this. And of course, as always, nothing has changed. If you'd like to stick around for more content, go ahead and mash that subscribe button. We would love to have you in the community. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.